three players that have surprised you so far in the MLB. So we'll just do one each. So it'll be a three total. There have been quite a few guys that have exceeded expectations so far. Almost halfway through, we're in June of the 2024 MLB season. I'll start first, let you guys settle in, think of somebody. Luis Gil. I think he might be the biggest surprise of the entire league. No one would have thought that he would have performed this well for now this long. Plenty of guys have flashes of success, but now he's shown no signs of stopping really. And the Yankees, I don't think, had no clue what they were getting from Luis Gil coming off Tommy John surgery, if you recall that. I mean, this dude was literally fighting for a roster spot when it was spring training. And if you recall, he actually barely made the team this year. They were flirting around with like three other guys. He was one of them. The other two are still in AAA right now. I believe Clayton Beater was one of them, and I think it was somebody else. But, he was that fifth guy in the rotation. That's the spot that he earned, and now he has made himself the ace of this team while Garrett Cole has been down, which he did return tonight at the time that we're filming this. I mean, just to throw some stats at you, best ERA in the American League, on his way to getting his first All-Star nomination. If he keeps it up, he's definitely going to be in the Cy Young conversation. A 2 ERA, a 9-1 record, under a 1 WHIP, 96 Ks in 80 innings. That's really impressive stuff. And a lot of guys, when they're the commentators, Jeff Nelson's one of them, David Cohn's one of them. I watch a lot of Yankee games, so I see them talk about it a lot. They're saying that his stuff plays, and they think it's actually going to be longevity, that he's going to continue to do this because of his stuff. A lot of people are comparing him to Nestor Cortez, though, who had that real big breakout year and then kind of like is now an average pitcher. Still reliable, still eats innings. That's kind of where I see him at. I don't know. I just think it's so weird for somebody that had like a 4 ERA, comes back from Tommy John, and is now one of the most dominating pitchers in baseball. I hope it continues. But if I'm talking 3 years from now, is he still going to be here? I don't think so. I think it's going to be a Nestor Cortez situation where still going to be a reliable pitcher, a good pitcher for the Yankees rotation, but not any dominating thing like a Garrett Cole.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he would be a dominant force, but I think the velocity plays. I think his pitchability plays, and I don't, where would the Yankees be without Luis Gil right now?
Yeah.
So that's a great pick. Do I think he's Nestor? I don't know. There's about like a 6 to 7 mile per hour difference on fastballs there. So I'm going to enjoy Luis Gil right now, and we can evaluate that at the end of the year. My pick is Jurickson Profar, who, in my opinion, I didn't even know was still in the league when this season actually started. He only played 14 games last year with San Diego. He comes in this year. He's played 74 games. He's a career 244 hitter. He's hitting 321 this year.
He's got some jacks too.
Yeah, 22 extra base hits, including 10 jacks, 46 RBIs. Now, realistically,
46.
right? Yeah. Now, realistically speaking, he's not carrying the Padres to anything crazy, because I've said this before. I think that's one of the most overrated teams that has had a loaded talent for God knows how long. But when you're looking at it, he's fourth in the league in batting average, and he's only 6 points behind Bobby Witt for the lead. So it has to be Jurickson Profar for me.
I like that pick a lot. I actually am the opposite. I'd be like, where would the Padres be without him? Because I think that he's really helped them a lot. Underrated. Again, these are three surprise players. Right now they're under 500 at the time we're filming this. They're 37-38 and 8 games back out of the NL West behind the Dodgers. Just makes you wonder, would it be even worse? Kind of like last year when they had Juan Soto, but they still were like way under 500, and it was such a disappointment of a year for them.
Yeah. Yeah, I like both those picks. Those are both nice. I'm going with, break the rules a little bit. A little honorable mention. It's got to be Royce Lewis. Injuries from he's the third baseman for the Twins. Injuries have always been the thing. He hits a home run the first game of the year and then's out 2 months with a hamstring. Mm-hmm. The next 38 or 40 ABs he's hit 7 more jacks. So the dude is just on an absolute heater right now. But I got to go a little hometown pick here, and it's not Paul Skeens. It's Jared Jones. We took him in the second round out of 2020, so high pedigree. But the dude has come up just throwing absolute fuzz. He's gotten lit up a little bit the past 2 starts. He just got blown up in Colorado. But when they drafted him, all the hype wasn't on him being a foundational piece. And now that he is a foundational piece with Skeens, I'm loving this. I'm loving this combo. I think he's got a 3.4 ERA right now, which kind of elevated over the past couple starts, but absolute lights out pitcher, and he's going to be a great, great 1-2 with Skeens.
I love Jared Jones. That dude was throwing fuzz when he was 18. I think he was already
Fuzz.
throwing like 98 at 18, something
Oh,
crazy
Jesus.
like that. But I mean, he honestly is, I think, really slept on because Paul Skeens is just so much like in the spotlight.
He
And then
gets
you
so
have
much more
Jared
hype.
Jones, who's really, I'm not going to say doing the same thing, but fairly similar. I know that he just got
Yeah.
lit up a few times, but when he doesn't get lit up, it's dominating. It's not
Well,
like, give me 5 innings, a 3-run ball. Like, no, he's putting up eggs.
exactly. And he made the rotation out of spring training too. Nobody had that. No, everybody had him going back to AAA, working on a couple things. But he you worry about maybe innings limitation with him, and kind of same thing with Skeens, but loving it.
Well, there you have it. 3 surprises in the MLB so far this season. Drop it down in the comment if you agree or disagree with us, or someone that we forgot, because there's definitely plenty of guys out there so far. But we'll make sure to keep in check with these guys, because I am curious to see how they'll do after the All-Star break, because that's always a big part of
Yep.
the season.